Alrighty, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to another Warframe build guide. I'm enjoying making these again, and I like comparing these to how I used to do them. I used to go all in depth and do all the stats and do all of that. Now it's nice to the point. And it's funny how we change over time, isn't it? You know, sometimes we do certain things and we go, why did we do that? And then we think about it afterwards and we're like, ah, that's why we did that. So yeah, I'm trying to keep these relatively short for time. Obviously, people don't want to sit in this simulacrum for 50 minutes looking at, you know, all the ins and outs and all of that stuff. Anyway, today we're talking about the Fulmin in excitement and waiting for Wisp Prime to come out. Obviously, the Fulmin Prime is going to be awesome. So for those of us, or for those of you that have the Fulmin or you want to get it, the Fulmin is fantastic. It's one of my favourite assault rifles in this game. But it's not just an assault rifle. So we got this suppressed shotgun, and that is suppressed. That does class as a silent weapon. And then we have the assault rifle. So the shotgun isn't the best, but to be honest, you're not using the Fulmin for the shotgun. It's just there. It's alright for spy missions, but I personally, if I'm doing a spy mission, I'd rather have the Barza with me than have this, if you know what I mean. But I'll show you what it looks like. So yeah, this weapon has innate electricity on it, so like mini crowd control in a way. With a bit of splash radius. It's alright. Yeah, I'd rather use this. Oh yeah, it's really good. There's not really any downsides to the Fulmin. It's got infinite ammo. You'll never struggle for ammo. The only thing that is slightly annoying is with it having electric on it. That electric can sometimes throw your aim off. So if I proc electric on this guy, not only is he getting stunned by the puncture, when that electric procs like that, sometimes it moves the head out of the way and you end up unloading 10-20 bullets downrange and you think you're hitting him in the head and you're not. I've done that before. But yeah, you know, we're getting lots of numbers. I don't have to hit him in the head. As you can see, 20 slashes. Oh, it's craziness. Absolute craziness. I'm watching the MotoGP and something happened. I won't spoil it. So, this is the build I'm using. Now, if you're going to build it with Corrosive, I'll show you a Corrosive build at the end. One thing to note is the weapon has electric on it already, so you don't need to build with electric already on it, unless you really need that stats chance, which for 90% of the content in this game, you don't. Oh, excuse me. So, I'm using, what have we got? We've got Serration for our damage. We've got Hunter Munitions for slash on crits. Bane. I'm using Bane of Corrupted. I do lots of Bane farm. I do lots of Corrupted farming. I like my relic farms. I like long survivals. I like void survivals. I like the void. That's your option. You can put heavy caliber in if you want. I don't recommend heavy caliber on the Fulmin. It's really noticeable. You can see where they're going. You know, the bullets are going all over the place. However, one that a lot of people don't talk about: bladed rounds. Crit damage on a kill when aiming. Crit damage is great. You know, we've already got a 4.8 multiplier on this. That's really good. Hammer shot wherever it's gone. You could use internal bleeding. I just think Hunter Munitions is a bit more, you know, it's a bit more, whatever. Vigilante armaments. You could use Vile Acceleration. There's Hammer Shot. Yeah. Point Strike and Vital Sense for our crit chance, crit damage. I'm using Galvanized Chamber, and then I'm using Rhyme Rounds and Malignant Force for that viral combo. So yeah, this is kind of like the, I was going to say main build. This is what I'm using. I love it. Another thing to point out is that it's got a 2 out of 5 Riven disposition, and the Rivens are worth quite a bit on this weapon. You know, Fulmin Rivens really are worth a chunk of change, so that's worth knowing. If you have a Riven for it, you're holding on to something worth quite a bit. Next up, we're using a relatively a more achievable build, I'd say. So let's take the Bane mod off and let's put vigilante armaments in there. So 4 Former, by the way. I realise now I'm not mentioning Former. We're using 4. And this is a lot more achievable for a lot of you playing. So we've got Serration for damage, Split Chamber for multi-shot, Point Strike, Vital Sense, Crit Chance, Crit Damage, 100 munitions, Vigilante Armaments for some more multi-shot, and then Rhyme Rounds, Malignant Force for... that's for Viral. One other thing to note here for those of you that are on, you know, the end game, the Exodus mod, none of these really necessary. Ammo Drum would be the only one I would recommend, really. I mean, you know, these mutation mods are pointless. The weapon has no recoil anyway. So, yeah, that is that. However, in Adapter, Primary Merciless, I would recommend. I wish I need to go out and farm. Lots of those. I need to grind my Steel Path missions because those, yeah, that mod slot there is really good. So we'll show you the shotty gun. See, as you can see, I just think in terms of shotguns, there's a lot better. You can do a lot better than this. Yeah. With it having electric on it, your weapon's already fighting for status as is. As you can see, the assault rifle, not bad at all. Really not bad. Don't even need to aim. Yeah, obviously not as good as you know, the main build. Obviously, it's not going to be, but it's still pretty decent. One other thing I would like to show us real quick. I didn't show it on the first one, but I think this would be more, you know. So my main Wisp build, I have 63% fire rate. Oh yes. Yeah, I would tell you, if you don't own Wisp, do yourself a favour and go and get her. Now, obviously, a lot of people aren't going to have that much fire on their Wisp, but yeah, that's that. So yeah, this weapon can easily carry you into the late game. You know, don't forget, these are level 170 heavy gunners. A lot of people lower leveled or, you know, not as far into the star chart are never going to see numbers that high for a long time. So don't worry about something like that. Most of these mods are relatively easy to come by. Obviously, do your index farming, grind up your credits, do some Sanctuary Onslaught. Try and max out the star chart and do some arbitrations. You know, I personally never ever in my life have struggled with endo. I didn't before arbitrations were a thing, and I definitely don't now arbitrations are a thing. You know, I've never ever struggled for I've never struggled for endo ever. So that's just me though. You know, obviously everyone's different. And finally, a corrosive build. Now this is an end game build. I would recommend not using corrosive. However, it is doable. So yeah, you know, if we are going to use corrosive for whatever reason, we're going to want a good build. As you can see, 30 shots, and then I want to start getting my split chamber rocking. Yeah, there we go. Really not bad. But yeah, I can do that a lot quicker in anything else. Yeah. And finally, let's show you the queen of everything. This is not even going to be a challenge, obviously. Alrighty. Bam. Have we still got Corrosive on? I think we do. So yeah, you know, Mirage can make, you know, I could throw energy orbs at him and it'd kill him with Mirage. Nice. There you go. We've made the Fulmin look like it was ripped off of a Star Destroyer. That's the Corrosive one, isn't it? Yeah. And for those of you curious, that's just how good the main one is. Yeah, it's that good. And let's do one final. So yeah, that is that. I love the Fulmin. It's not my favourite assault rifle in the game. Obviously, those of you that watch the Carrack video know that the Carrack is my favourite assault rifle in the game. However, the Fulmin is great. I can't remember what mastery rank it is, whether it's mastery 7 or 8. I can't remember. But as soon as you get it, get it. 4 former, not expensive. Grind your index, get your credits up, do that kind of stuff. This weapon really is good. And if you need something to help you in the higher levels, this weapon will not struggle. Although I would definitely recommend just using the assault rifle and not using the shotgun, because 1, the assault rifle is miles better, and 2, the assault rifle, the shotgun. There are a few better shotguns in the game, and the assault rifle's better. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, that is it. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new around here. We do all sorts. We do guides, builds, playthroughs, unboxings, reviews, hauls, the whole shebang. Leave a comment down below. If you're new here, let me know. You know, if you plan on sticking around. If you've got a different build or different mods that you'd like to use, drop your build in the comments below. That's you know, I'm more than happy to, you know, I'll listen to anything, provided it's worded right, you know. Sit in the comments and start saying you're this, you're that, then I'm not interested. However, we can sit here and say, well, instead of using Bane of Corrupted, I'll use Blade of Rounds, and I'll go, you know, yeah, that's a good build, that works too, you know. Each their own. That's the beauty of this game. You really can use what you want, you know. But yeah, it's been your boy. Hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one.